Hi everyone, here we are again with the latest updates from We Share Abundance, and with it being a new month, we've also got the State of the Nation. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation. We're an emerging nation, even though we've been around for almost 6 years now, putting in solid foundations to be here for many generations to come. We are now expanding our economy particularly, and that'll benefit all our citizens. They all hold our currency. Anybody can become a citizen. We are wide open for everybody. There's no fee, there's no obligation. Come along and register, and that's all there is to it. We're also a non-separatist community. We're not going to put you into a group based on what you look like, what your gender is, where you come from, or anything else. We very simply see everybody as a human being, part of one big family of humanity, all linked together, all individually unique, and all having something unique to offer our community. We have a little affirmation in a moment that helps us with that. But first, we're going to have our opening prayer, very short, to help us find true happiness in life. Not to be confused with pleasure. We're looking at an inner calm that is with you, a joy, a happiness that you wake up with, you have it with you through the day, you go to bed with it. It's a wonderful feeling, and there's only one way you can get it. And that is through loving service to other people. And until you've got it in your life, you always know there's something missing. You may not know what it is, but you're always looking for something more. And it is this true happiness. Loving service to other people, as I say, is the only way you can get it. And the benefits of that are not only creating that inner joy yourself, helping other people, but it also attracts into your life all the other things that you want and need. So it is a very powerful way to live your life. Right, with that said, let's get straight on to that opening prayer and then the affirmation, and then we'll get on with the business of the day. Dear Heavenly Father, we're so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love, bless each member that they may find the joy of service, and through service attract true happiness and everything they want and need into their life. Amen. And our little affirmation: we're so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Okay, welcome to you, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching the recordings. We are streaming live into Facebook group We Share Abundance publicly, X, and YouTube. And the recordings are available in all those places. They're automatically being recorded now. In fact, if you were to go to Facebook and click on the replay or something, you get to the beginning. So we have a lot of people watch the recordings because simply it's not a convenient time for them, 7 p.m. London time. Especially when you're global, a lot of people are in bed asleep. Some people are at work, whatever, you know. So it's very useful to have those recordings, and you're very welcome, whether you're watching the recording or whether you're watching live. Equally welcome, equally loved. Of course, the advantage of being here live is we can see who's here. You can pop your name and where you're from in the comments. You can interact with one another. And if you've got any questions, you can ask them and hopefully get answers. Okay, so let's have a quick look who we've got in here now. We have top of the pops today, Norman from Doncaster in England. And then we've got Lewis from Lisbon in Portugal, Mary from Chicago, USA, Don from Vancouver Island, Canada, Carolyn from Texas, USA, Gary from St. Albans in England, Bozina from Slovenia, Derek from West Palm Beach, Florida, Maureen from London. We have two Maureens in London, but we've got one of them here. We may have more. I don't know, but we've definitely got two. We've got Nankiep from Nigeria. We've got Buzina from Edinburgh. And we got Carl from New Zealand. So, big welcome to you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching the recordings, whatever. Keeping up to date. As I say, today we will be going through the State of the Nation, giving you the numbers that we got on in, or got through, or achieved, or whatever you want to call it, in January. And then we'll give you the numbers for today, because it's the 3rd today, and that will cover from the 31st when we were last here, 3 days. So it covers the that transition into the new month. Okay, so let's get started right away with oh, just a minute, we got Patrick in from South Africa and Chukwuzi from Nigeria. Let's get started right away though with those numbers for January. We have a total gross national product of $474,613.54, and that was made up of power of one bonus of $1,979.54, total prizes, gifts, commissions, and that sort of stuff at $329,412. We put on one side for the charity pool $142,384, and for the admin pool $838. At the end of the month, there was a total of active members 2,142, and we have low numbers in the pools, and I'm not quite sure why, because I only took these numbers out shortly before we came live, and it's the first time I've seen them, but they don't look right to me. But I think it's something to do with the fact that I told Deviani we weren't going to allow in the raffle anybody that hadn't completed their profile, because we're getting people, you know, and we don't know who they are, and it just says the winners from the USA and or something like that. So I've got a feeling it's something to do with that. But we're only showing 838 pool 6 members, and that drops, or it goes up to 863 pool 1 numbers, and then they vary in between there. But I will have a word with Deviani about it and see why that is, because normally they're considerably more than that, let's put it that way. But we still had the free monthly raffle, and we gave away in total in pool 1 $534.40, in pool 2 $790.80, pool 3 $1,308, pool 4 $2,580, pool 5 $5,088, and pool 6 $15,432. And the winners, or the top prize winners in those pools, are the only ones we're going to tell you. About 20% of the people in each pool get some sort of a prize. Sometimes it's not very much. Sometimes it can be a good few $1,000s. But here we go. The top prize winner in pool 1 got $137.92, and that was Kehinde from Nigeria. And then the top prize winner in pool 2 got $204.72, and that was Mustafa from Pakistan. Pool 3, the top prize was $339.20, and that was Altaf Hussain, again from Pakistan. And then we had in pool 4, top prize of $671.20, and that was a prize winner from Lesotho. We've never had a top prize winner from Lesotho before, I don't think, anyway. So congratulations to Mothamang Elias Mafesa, okay, from Lesotho. Well done. And then we had pool 5, $1,328 going to Nigeria for Gabrielle Eve John. And the top prize winner in pool 6 for $4,017.60 was from Croatia. And once again, I don't think we've had a top prize winner from Croatia, but that was Dragana Gregovic. So congratulations to all those prize winners in the free monthly raffle. Congratulations to you all, because I know that a lot of you will have had some winnings in there. Okay, those numbers will be posted in the Facebook group. We Share Abundance publicly. They're not in there yet, but they will be put in there. We've got Richard in as well from Devon. We got Ron from Amsterdam in Holland, and we got Ramachandra from Watford in England saying it's loud and clear. Thank you. Okay. Right. So now you've got the numbers for last month. Let's have a look at what's happening in the last few days. We had an increase of 9 in the 777 plan to 46,483. An increase of 67 in our registered members in We Share Abundance to 57,630. Now, as usual, our active member count dropped down because people don't understand that they've got to log in half the available days in the month, and then it takes them another couple of weeks or a little bit more to get back to being active status in the current month. So we dropped down 883 active members to 3,214. As I say, most of those will come back and we'll have an extra. The general trend is upwards. No change in the Success Blueprint 11. Up 2 in the Easy Team Builder to 1,237. Up 6 in the Best Plan Ever to 1,411. And up 2 in the Pro Members of the ShareHope Powerline Plan to 790. Then we had a net increase of 13 in the TIR free members. It's a net increase because some move into being paid members, some drop out because they've not completed their ID verification, and some new ones come in. So we had a net increase of 13, taking us to 722. We had an increase of 7 in the bronze membership to 1,960. And in our social media site, Your Happy Place, we had an increase of 2,567 registered members, taking us to 76,707. And the active member count went up by 1,945 to 44,229. Okay, so those are your numbers. Now then, the TIR plan is moving slowly, but it's still moving. But we are doing things that are going to fix that. And I know you've heard me talk about having 1 million accounts in Banish Poverty Global, our payment system, by the end of the year or within this year. And most of those will be coming through TIR, but TIR is going very slow. However, we do have somebody now working on getting us Facebook and Google ads, and we're going to be getting those working. And the reason we've gone to them is because it is pretty much infinitely scalable. So we can scale that up. But what I want to show you some numbers of why I believe we are going to get to 1 million people. So I'm going to do a screen share of that, if I can make sure I've got the right spreadsheet here. And I'm going to show you my logic for it. Now, these are projections. They're not hard, fast figures or anything, but I believe that they are going to manifest. How do I do it? Window. Here we go. So when that comes up, we'll make it a bit bigger so you can see it. We'll make it a lot bigger so you can see it. Okay. I got to get back there now. Okay, right. So here we are. What we have here is February, where we are now. We're at the beginning of February, and we have 1,960 bronze members. But only about 40% of those are qualified. Qualification means you have referred 3 people, 3 bronze members, in fact. Now then, that means we've got about 1,176. It's not an exact figure, but roughly that number that are not qualified, that haven't referred 3 people. Some of them will have referred 1 or 2, but not 3. Some of them, the majority of them, will not have referred anybody. But what we're doing through the qualification is when people are generating income through the profit share that we are paying out, their first $20 and next $20, $40, which they get as the system moves them through, they will be automatically using that fund to go into our co-op, which we haven't activated for the public yet. So it will be as soon as we can. But we're working on getting the Facebook and Google ads working and evaluating them and seeing what we can do with them. But when we get that going, it will automatically put those people that have got to that level where they're earning money, but they can't withdraw it. They have to use it to build their business. And so we're going to get them 3 people. So those 1176 all need 3 people, which is 3,500 people in round figures. But it's going to take us a while to get those people into the co-op, because we're moving very slowly at the moment. As you saw in the figures there, I think we only had an increase of 7 people into the bronze members. So gradually we'll get them in, but I've estimated the number of people that are getting into the co-op. And as more people get into the co-op, more people will be joining bronze members. Those bronze memberships that are joining move more people through out of the groups above them. The people that have joined before them will move more people into greater profit shares. And so gradually we'll get more and more people into the co-op. And I've not shown you the calculations for how I've done this because it's a bit complicated. But what I've done is I've said, okay, it's probably only going to be about 5% of those people that are going to get into the co-op this month if we can get it launched quickly. Now, if we can't, I mean, you could move everything down a month, okay? So it would be February would become March and so on. But assuming we can get things started pretty quickly, we're looking at 5% of them getting 3 people each. Now, not limited to the people that aren't qualified. Other people can bring people in, and I know a lot of you continuously do that. But I'm basing this on just the unqualified people or the not qualified people to get 3 people. So with that 5%, it would mean there'd be 176 new members coming in, and that would give us a total of 2,136. But there'd still be about 1176 not qualified, because even though we've got 176 of those qualified, there's another 176 come in, and so we haven't got any more qualified, but we are moving a little bit faster because we've got more people coming into the system. And so we're looking at probably 10% of that getting involved on this occasion in March. So it's going to be a bit slow to build up, but that's 353, and that gives us like 1350 here that are not qualified. And then we can probably be looking at maybe 25% of them in April getting into the co-op, which would give us 1,000 members. And we're getting to some sort of meaningful numbers by the time we get into April. And you can see that the numbers gradually, as we're adding more and more people in, are going up. And by May, I think we can get close to half of those people, the new people, in. So that's half of those, 1,704. Getting 3 people, that's 2,300, gives us 5,800. Once again, it's not massive, but it's getting bigger. And the more people we have coming in at the bronze membership at the beginning, the faster it moves everybody else through into higher levels and greater income. So it benefits everybody. And I'm looking at 65% of those 2,300 getting 3 people, 4,000. We're now up to 10,000 by the time we get into July. And we're looking at probably 80%. And you can see by August, I'm forecasting 85% of 10,000. And by September, 90% of, we're now looking at 27,000 that have come in, because 10,000 times 3, 85% of them, 27,000. And it's pushing us up to 122,000. And as we get in, we'll be able to move up and get 100% of those new entries pushing through and getting qualified, because we'll be doing it within weeks rather than months. So they'll be getting qualified and going through, and the numbers you can see jump up incredibly. And by the time we've got here to December, we would have that 1 million people in. I've not taken it any further than that. I'm just showing that it is a real possibility. It's not just pie in the sky. It's not just something that I said, oh yeah, great, we'll do it. What I did was I manifested 1 million people. I hadn't got a clue how we were going to do it. And then I got this association with this new guy that is working with us now. And we've been looking at the potential, and I got these potentials out. And I said, my word, it's there. That's how we do it. Because I didn't know. That's the beauty of manifestation, you know. You don't know how you're going to get there. You just know it's going to happen. And this is potentially how that will happen. Now, the beauty of this, and I'm going to stop sharing now because you've seen that, and I'll get back here. The beauty of this is that it means everybody will be making a lot more money. And those people, when they withdraw, will be withdrawing through Banish Poverty Global. So it's not only building TIR, it's building Banish Poverty Global. It's also building our other plans, but I'm ignoring those at the moment. So those people in Banish Poverty Global are now seeing more wealth creation in there as well. But what it's doing is it's also creating wealth for the admin account from me. And of course, that is all going to be ploughed back into providing benefits and helping people make withdrawals from their ShareHope Trust Fund. We've got people now that are making regular withdrawals through the ShareHope Powerline plan. Not fortunes at this moment in time because things are moving slowly, but the ShareHope Powerline plan again is going to be assisted by all this movement of people. And the income that we derive will be putting into getting people able to withdraw from their ShareHope fund, particularly people that that bought nest eggs and they have them in their ShareHope Trust Fund and they're pretty well locked away at the moment. But we'll be looking at ways that we can release more and more of that ShareHope Trust Fund as we have greater income, and the greater income will come through the growth of our community and everybody participating, everybody making more money, but it's also putting money into our treasury. So it is exciting and it is where we're heading. And I wanted to show you the potential there. And it's not going to happen straight away. Things don't. It takes a while to build. And as you saw there, you know, after a few months, we're still only putting in hundreds of people. But as it grows and as we move that to get more people into the co-op, then it grows much faster. And of course, that is only taking in the new people getting into the co-op. Everybody can get into the co-op if they want to. Some people won't want to. Once they've got their 3, they say, okay, I'm not bothered about doing it anymore. But some people will say, yeah, I want to help more people. I'll get into the co-op. That way we'll get more people and we'll be able to spread the good news and help people throughout the world. And those people will benefit not only financially. Money's great. It's a tool. It doesn't make you happy. It doesn't make you sad. It doesn't make you healthy. It doesn't make you sick. It can do all of those things if it's used in the right or the wrong way. But it's just a tool. But it will, those people that really get out there and push and help more and more people are not only going to generate that huge income, but they're also going to find that joy and happiness because they're doing things for the right reason. Okay. So I wanted to share that with you. We are progressing nicely with the Banish Poverty Global, but we have a bit of a hiccup for me tomorrow, and this is something that I knew about 10 days ago. We got a letter in the post. They're going to be doing some work on the electric system in our little community here, and so they're cutting the electric off at 9 a.m. and they're forecasting to have it back on after 4 p.m. It may come on a bit earlier, it may come on a bit later, but with no electricity, I don't have an internet connection. I won't be working. I'll be forced to take a day off, basically. I'll get what I can done before they cut the electric off at 9 o'clock. But it also means that our heating goes off. We're not in electric heating, we're oil-fired heating, but it's run by electric timers and ignition, this sort of thing. And so with no electric, with no heating. And it is, of course, winter here in the UK. So it's going to be a bit chilly. So we're going to, when it starts getting cold in the house, we're going to disappear off out, go down into Bude somewhere and find a restaurant or somewhere where we can sit and have something to eat or something and stay warm, because the house is going to get cold. And hopefully by the time we spend an hour or two out on the way and we get back, the electric will be back and it will start warming the house up again. But it's going to mean that I'm going to be a little bit out of touch on Wednesday with what's going on. The developers will still be working, and Sudhir will also be working on the Google ads and the Facebook ads. I think we're probably going to do Google first, but we'll see about it. But at the moment, what he's doing is he's making sure that our landing pages for the website are going to be compliant, because if they're not, they shut your account down. And it's very niggly and fiddly. You've got to know exactly what you do and what they'll do and what you can do and what you can't do. And I've had a go at it before and had my account shut down pretty much every time. So it's good to have somebody that knows what he's doing. And he had a look and he said, "Oh yeah, we're going to have to make changes," and he's working on that now. So we first of all, we've got to get those landing pages set up to be compliant with Google and Facebook, and then we can start creating they call them creatives, the ads, the images, the videos, or however we're doing it with using to generate the activity from the advertising. And then we're looking to be able to sort of test it and split test things and improve it. And we'll be constantly working on making it better and better. But what we are doing is we are aiming to get 3 people for $20 for everybody. If we don't do it, if we get 3 for $40, it's no big deal. As long as they are good quality people that we're getting in, and of course, you've seen the effects. If we can get those 3s and 3s and 3s rolling in, as people are earning their $20 and $40 from the profit shares, then gradually it'll move everything much faster for everyone, and it'll create its own momentum eventually, because people will see that this is happening and it's happening quickly and it is working, and it will attract people in anyway, even without the advertising. And you people that are going out there talking to people, you'll just be able to say, "Oh, look at what's happening." At the moment, you can't really do much with that, although we do have quite a lot of people that are making good money from TIR already. The real impact isn't out there yet, but it will be. So that is the exciting news, really, that we have in how we're moving forward with that. We are. I know that Vishal has been building the matrix for the partners. Now, all the partners, when they get access, and I'm hoping it won't be too long, that's as much as I'm saying. When you get in, you'll be able to do a couple of things. You'll be able to, one, check that all your payments that you made are correctly recorded, so that you're getting the right share from the partnership pool that we're creating from the income that is being generated from fees. That would normally go into somebody's pocket that nobody knows, and somebody's raking in great cash and living, but with us, it's going to be spread amongst everybody so that everybody gets a share of it. Well, the partners initially in that partnership pool, because they have put the money together for us to be able to build this. And then the people that are in the matrix, we will have completed the matrix. You'll be able to get into the matrix and see where you are. Now, if you only had 0.2 of a share or something like that, you're going to be down at the bottom, and it's going to mean that we're going to have to bring people into there. But people will be joining as they get their commissions. So you're still in a prime position, even though you're at the bottom of the matrix. When we launch, you're quickly going to find that people are going to gradually be put underneath you. And of course, you will have the ability to personally introduce people as well, which those of you that are ambitious be able to do and grow very quickly. And then you'll be able to evaluate that and decide whether or not you want to commit to $10 a month for the Pro membership. Now, the Pro membership is going to get you reduced fees on other things as well, but and other benefits. But the thing is, you're going to need to commit to $10 a month. I don't think it should take you very long to be able to recoup that in terms of income, but we can't promise what you're going to earn. It's in the lap of the gods, as well as in your own hands for what you personally do. So you have to decide whether you're going to commit to that $10 a month. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think for what we are offering, $10 a month is a steal anyway. If you look at anything comparable, it's a lot more expensive, generally speaking. And even a joint stock bank account, you know, my bank account with Lloyd's, I think, it's in pounds, but I can't remember what it is. But I think it's around about $15 or $16 a month for a bank account, and that is just dead money. If you're putting $10 into our Pro membership, that keeps you in the matrix, and it's not dead money. It will, I can't promise when, but it will get you into a profit situation. So that is you'll be able to look at that as well. You'll be able to see that you've got a position in the matrix. You'll be able to check your income. You will be able to order a debit card if you want one. You will, if you go in the matrix, you'll get a debit card automatically anyway. But if you don't go in the matrix, it's up to you whether you want one or not. It's a one-time $10 for a virtual card. And once you've been in there and you've had a look round, and it'll take us about a week to get everything sorted out and to make sure that everything is working correctly. And with your help, you partners, then we will open it to the public, and we will turn on the withdrawals from all our plans. Will automatically go into Banish Poverty Global. They will not go as they were now. They won't go through the We Share Abundance Exchange. That will be discontinued, because the facilities that we'll be providing in Banish Poverty Global will be superior, simpler, and you'll be able to buy, sell crypto. You'll be able to send money to anybody you want anywhere in the world for next to nothing. costs you 10 cents as a pro member. And we'll be doing whatever we can to add in other services as well. I mean, there are other things that I've got lined up, but we won't be putting them in initially. We'll be making sure that everything is working. We'll be able to get people in. And then we've got people that have other businesses that are looking, that have been struggling to get a good way to pay their affiliates. They can't get bank accounts and this sort of thing. We know the struggle that they have because we've been through it ourselves. So instead of having a bank account, they'll be able to have our solution. It's not a bank account, but it will offer greater flexibility than a bank account, and some things that a bank account offers and some things that a bank account doesn't offer. So it'll be there, and it will be available, as I say, to not only ourselves and all our programs, and for your withdrawals and the ability to move money around as you choose. Your money, you should be able to move it where you want, shouldn't you? But we'll also be able to help other organizations, and if they come in, you know, talking to one now, and they're not a big deal, you know, he's got about 400 members, I think, that he wants. But I mean, 400 members, boom, in if they like it, most of them will perhaps get into the matrix as pro members because there are more benefits there anyway, and it's only $10 a month. That's another 400 in the matrix. It means that the company themselves don't have it as a cost center because they'll be generating income from the fees that are coming in. Everybody gradually will make money from the fees rather than have it as a cost center. So that'll all be there and very powerful. As I say, that's just one, and they're only 400, but 400, big thing. It's an extra 400 coming in because they all want to be paid, and we have our members and they all want to be paid. And even people that have no interest in online business as such, in getting paid commission thing, may want the ability to send money all around the place fast and at no cost. They may want the ability to buy and sell crypto. They may want the ability to spend their crypto on a debit card. You know, so there will be a lot of interest in it gradually as we grow, and I don't see any reason why we shouldn't be hitting that 1 million target within this calendar year. That is my objective, that is my goal, and we may do less, we may do more, who knows. But usually when you manifest something and then you get the how it's going to work thing, and it all, things fall into place. And a lot of people put it down to coincidence, but when it keeps happening, you've got to realize that there's more going on than just pure coincidence. Okay. I see we've got a couple more people in. We've got Radio Pirata in from Puerto Rico. Hi there. Nice to see you. And we've got David in from Nigeria. Okay. Lovely to see you both as well. And that pretty much covers what I have for you today. I will be posting those numbers for the State of the Nation in the Facebook group We Share Abundance publicly. I can't see any questions that have come in, so I've not got any questions to answer. The raffle, I don't know how it's going, but I did send out another reminder to people today. The more tickets we get sold, the faster we get to that $1,000 draw. And that's what everybody wants, isn't it? Everybody wants to be involved in that $1,000 draw. So the more tickets we sell, the quicker we get there. And of course, the tickets, you also have a chance every week with the tickets you buy in that week for that weekly draw. So let's see how quick we can get to that $1,000 payout. Create a bit of excitement. Okay. Lovely to have been with you. Lovely to be here. I say I'm having a holiday tomorrow. I'll be working as much as I can, but for the most part of the day, I won't be able to. So God bless and enjoy the rest of your day and the days between us until we meet again. Okay? God bless. I love you all. Get out there, share some love and abundance, and it'll all come back to you.